What about it? I'm still trying to figure out this dang thing. Oh, gosh, it's just nothing but trouble. All right, so the current problem, the current focused item, I've already told you what the problem was. If you look at my previous stream, my last 1 hour stream, I was trying to figure out this ClickUp stuff, um, ClickupLink issues that I'm having. And right now, I'm focusing on one little tiny item. And that is, and this is the problem I mentioned before, is we have a PBI. When I enter in a new ClickUp task, I can do a task like this. When I do, it does not put the PBI. It'll put it in if it's got it. I don't know how it's doing this, because it's like, if it, like this one doesn't have the PBI task, but deleting this, right, and then recreating this does not change it. So it's supposed to be going, it's the PBI. See how this one has the PBI? If I browse down the tree and add the PBI, so somehow I think it's storing all this information. It should not be storing all this information. It should build it up by looking up the tree for all these things. And that's what I'm trying to pin down. I'm trying to pin down where it's happening, because AI is stupid. It can't figure it out. So I need to go. Maybe I'm stupid too. I haven't figured it out either. Mostly because I haven't been looking, but now I'm looking. And the idea is that it's supposed to, this is the task that goes to here. And it's not building it right. If I add in a brand new ClickUp task, it won't add it in. But the only time it will add in the upper level, basically it's the parent task and the child task. It won't put the parent task in if I have a child selected. But the only exception to that is, like, look, see, this one has the parent task. That's the PBI here. If I delete this, it's obviously storing this, because if it was not storing this, and I went like this, this would not put the PBI in, but you can see it put the PBI back in. So something weird going on. Now, I did go through at a point, I was working on my code, and I said, look, I don't want you storing the code, just storing the key. So it might possibly be doing correctly now. So what I'm going to do, let's try this. I'm going to take this code, this link. Let's see, this has a PBI. Actually, let's take both of these. Let's see what it does. I'm going to take both of these. We're going to go back over to here. Now this is my current build of my code. Now it's not 100%, but I'm going to show you what's going on here. Let's go dump here, F5. It might have been too fast. Sometimes it won't, if I don't let it shut down completely, it doesn't load back up right. Now, when this loads up, I'm currently connected to the ClickupLink project. And that's what these little task IDs are. Most of them aren't going to work because I'm going to swap. And it's not going to be able to find those. I don't think. It shouldn't be able to find those because I'm not going to be in the right workspace for it. Because it's only supposed to build on the workspace. But once it's done loading, I want to see what this does. So we're gonna go current workspace. Oops, nope, cancel. Wrong. Browse spaces. All right, so we're gonna go to the Pro Football Manager here. Okay. So now we're in the Pro Football Manager workspace. Now, what surprises me that these stick around. They may not stick around. It may do a refresh in a minute and then lose them all. But we're gonna go like this. Let's see what this does. It should browse and find these. And note, it did exactly what I expected it to do. With a fresh state, it is actually building, and this one seems unable to build with the PBI. It will not build with the PBI. I can assign these PBIs. It will pick the PBI, and it'll put them in, but it seems to unable to be building it from scratch, which is really weird. So from scratch, it can't build these with the PBI. the crazy thing is it is loading this one with a PBI, so it seems like it's still storing something. Because if it wasn't, my taking this out, I should dump it, right? And then I hit save. And then I close this. And I should be able to load it back up. It probably won't load them now because it loaded them before. I have to swap back to the other. I've pretty much proven my point that a new one. I'm trying to prove right now. What I'm trying to do is, oops, there's something going on. Occasionally it just crashes. I don't know if it's my extension or something in VS Code because it happens in different versions of different projects I have. But I have my ClickupLink on all of it, so I don't know what's causing it. I don't know if that's me or something. I think it's some other thing. I think it was crashing before I even built ClickupLink. Okay, so that's weird. Oh, because it's this project. Weird. All right, so we're going to go ahead and change this. We're going to browse spaces. We're going to go back. We already know that doesn't build with the PBI, so we can go back to ClickupLink. It's interesting. I can put in other tasks. It looks like, and it loaded them, which is really weird. As long as I guess it knows where the task ID is. All right, so let's dump these. All right. Yeah. The one thing I don't have is it's not clearing these. So I have clear completed references, but when I refresh, it's supposed to. Whoops. This is crazy. All right, so it's supposed to, when I hit save here, dump these references, but as you can well see, it does not. So I got some bugs. Dang gummit. You know, I think I got it going good. So this is what it was. Okay, see? Doesn't build a PBI. PBI was in there. So that proves my point. And I have fixed apparently the storage, so it's not storing it anymore with the PBI. The old one is the build, so that's good. I want it to not store. I want it to build off the ID completely, which is fine because it doesn't take that long. As you can see, I put it in, only took a second or two to go get the information from ClickUp and put it in here. Not a big deal. However, you can see that my trigger. Now this will refresh when I restart the system. I don't know why it's not refreshing right now. It's kind of annoying, but not the point. What I need to do is figure out why this won't build all the way up. Why it doesn't build it with the PBI. So I do have this. I do have where this was calling. I think it's here. Okay, let's go ahead and break in here and let's see if this is working. I'm actually kind of surprised actually that it even worked as far as it did. So we're gonna, what is that? Oh, is that where I'm at already? It's updating the reference again. That's gonna be a problem if I can't like leave this code. Is there like an interval that, oh my gosh, it's not going to let me do this. How do I do this then? I think I don't want it checking constant. Maybe I need to have a catch, right? So I hit enter or leave the line or something. Some kind of trigger rather than just constantly checking. I'm gonna see if there's a way. So how is provide code lenses in this file triggering? Seems to be triggering pretty constantly. What is a good... I think I wanted to do it on some other more controlled, like I don't want it to always be doing it. I want it to be some kind of a trigger. I want to put a break on this so that I can test adding a new anchor that it keeps firing before I can even get to enter. So if I go back to here, it's going to fire again, isn't it? That's what I thought. But if I go back, it fires again. Oh, great. Oh, I had to take the brake off because, of course, I can't do that because it's going to break. Oh, God. You suck, man. All right, let's go see what it's doing. Wait, what's it doing? Is it putting in code? I didn't ask it that. I just said... extension file. You've registered the code lens provider for all file types. Blah, 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 blah. This means it will trigger for every file open in VS Code. Every time you make any change to the document or switch focus. Okay, what did it do? Register code for specific file types only. This reduces how often provide code. No, I can't do that. I mean, it wouldn't even do any good. It's like, go see, no. I mean, no, that's not gonna work. Sorry, I can't accept that. It's an interesting concept, but not helpful. So yeah, what is that one? Extensions? Is that the only one? Just 40. Oh, no, we're gonna undo that one. Sorry, I can't do that one. It's a bad plan. Sorry. What else did you do? Skip non-text files completely. Debug tracking of provided code lens calls. I mean, I understand that. I probably do need some kind of filter, but it's not going to help me in this case. It's one thing at a time. Skip non-text files completely. Non-text files completely. What would a non-text file, like a bitmap or some other goofy thing? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Not file. Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. I mean, yes, probably needs to be fixed later, but not now. Inflate any new references that have task ID but are missing other details. I'm getting too much crap on here. I'm gonna have to undo. I don't want to undo because some things I want. I'm building into too much stuff. I'm just trying to find. Only process references have task ID but are missing other details. Which one is this? Is this the one I was just asking about? Provide code lenses, yeah. How often we try to inflate references? Only process references that have a task ID but are missing other details. Huh. After inflation, refetch active references to ensure they're up to date. This is crucial because save task reference updates the global state and map. Let's go to this one. There's a whole process where I go all the way through. So we got select folder, and then we get task details. Create task, save task reference, change status, save task reference. Task getter, select task folder. Set up task reference. I'm going to put a break in here. Let user select task. So we're going to say select the folder. Fetch full task. Oh, I think select folder calls the next item on the list. Go to implementation. Where's it at? Is there no go to implementation in this thing? What the heck, man? Oh, it's not even here. Where is that at? All right. There it is. Select folder. So that select folder, but we need to build the thing. It's not just select folder because we're not going to go in here and just build everything. We got to almost build it backwards from the task ID. And I know that that's kind of what the task getter's doing. It's just not getting the parent, or not getting the task parent. It builds everything else, but it's not getting the PBI in there. All right, so oh god, this is driving me the bonkers, the bomb with the bonkers. What's what's cluttering my brain right now is the whole. I've got 8 changes, but I've got 37 of them in this file, and that just feels like too many. A lot of them are log things. I should probably just save them. I'll keep the logs. I want the logs. Let's just go ahead and keep the logs. I got to go through here. I got to clear out the stuff that looks like clutter to me, like this. What the heck is this? Is a space? I don't even want that. I mean, I guess there's times for, oh, whatever. I'll put the space back in. All right, whatever. Now, see, this is a new. I don't know what this is doing. Select task. If not new folder, we're going to do a console log and return, and then another console log. Okay, so it's just more logging. It's not changing anything. It's not functionally causing me anything. Now this is adding some stuff. It's continue to listen. Refresh folders to ensure we have the latest data. This is my refresh stuff, which I kind of sort of need that in there. So let's leave that for the minute. Get folders. Refresh folders to ensure we have the latest data. Oh wait, this might even be the that's in select folder, huh? Continue list selection. Refresh folders to ensure we have the latest data. All right, well, let's go down here. What's the next one? Console.log. All right, we'll keep. I got to go through all these because it's just, I got to get rid of the things. Because if I start feeling like I have too many things in the hanging, and I don't want that. So this is actually code changes having a function on things like constant refresh list, await this, get lists. This is also from adding an item, and I want to, if all that works, then we'll keep it. But I have to get rid of all these because it's just not good. Comment. Okay. And this one is adding in another change, which I will keep for now. And this one has changed because it's adding parent list ID in there. Alright, so I'll keep that. That's a comment. Improve input box with proper validation handling. Okay. How does this directly await input? Really? Alright, we'll keep going. Console.log, log. Let's see, add parent list item for subtasks if available. That's another change. I'm not gonna commit to just yet. I'll get rid of it, keep the log. New item. Wait, new item, console error. Okay, not keeping some of this stuff could be a problem. So 11. 11 is easier for me to wrap my mind around. So I'll live with that. This one has 11. What's all going on with this one? This one's actually doing stuff as well. So this range thing, this one is not helping, I don't think. Because, all right, so this one was trying to fix an issue where I was getting an error whenever I tried to change. It's not fixing the change. I still can't change. I don't think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I still can't change my code or change my reference. Can't change the reference. It's kind of like pointless to have a fix that doesn't address the problem. So that's what this one is. I understand the safety part of it, but it's not going to let me change my reference. I feel like that's I'm going to leave it for a minute, but just until I figure out what I want to do with that. And it's also a safety check for range parameter. Again, yeah, it's checking. It's probably good to have the safety check, but only if it fixes the problem. Otherwise, I should just take it out. I think it's fixing a symptom, not the problem. That's the thing. It's going, oh, well, that's because this is blank. Well, the problem is that it's blank, not that it needs to be handled. You know, that kind of thing. It's like when something is supposed to not be null and you check for the null to silence it, that's great, but it's not supposed to be null. So the problem is you got to get rid of the problem, not the symptom. And AI tends to do that. It does a lot of stuff. Like it'll actually put in code specifically to avoid certain problems. But you're like, well, if that's empty, if that item is blank, then we've got a problem. Things aren't functioning. So we don't want to just make that silent. We don't want to make that null disappear. We want to make it error so that I can go, oh, well, I got to fix this. There should be a message saying, hey, this is null. It shouldn't be. So let's go find out what the problem is. And AI will do that a lot. It tries to do these, I don't know what it calls it, caution, guard against, protect, whatever it says. When it says guard against nulls or nils, make sure that it's okay to be null. Like maybe you are reading through a bunch of data and a field that you might reference could be null, and you're like, well, that's fine. Some of them will be. And okay, so in that case, you want to be safe. But if it's something that has to be set in order for the code to progress, you don't want a silent null because then you'll never fix it. You want that error. So, yeah. What do we got here? So, oh, wait a minute. All right, so I think we've got it down to where at least they're manageable amounts of errors and our things, and I can not feel too bad about it. All right, so let's go. I have to save though. Okay, well, I think it'll still let me save without taking those away. Okay, so I can still undo them. Plus, you have rollback points now. Did you know that Copilot added rollbacks? You can go to a different point in the conversation and go, return to this checkpoint. And it'll undo everything you've done up to that checkpoint, which is great, I guess. It can be really good, right? Because you can roll back to specific spots of functional code. Anyway, let's go see what this does. All right, so the problem here, what did I ask it? I gotta remember where I was. Oh, this is helping me pin down where the anchor was. And then, oh yeah, then I did this. Oh, I was getting too many triggers. That's what the problem is. Okay. Also, I think I might have an idea of where things are happening at in my code. So I got to go put in I got to make it. Whoa! Oops, we blew up. Pre-launch task npm compile. I gotta compile. Oops, I probably undid something that shouldn't be important, but maybe I killed something that it created a pointer to an item and then it was using that item. I don't know. That's probably the most likely thing. You know, it created a variable and then like for the thing I deleted the variable creation by undoing stuff. One of the things about stepping through and selectively removing stuff, right? Huh? Argument of type string undefined is not assignable to parameter of type string. What? Okay, so this is, oh, this is new. This is what it did to try to fix this other problem. Because I told it was calling it too often and it would try to do some stuff. So it introduced this problem. Not me. Hello. Huh. So for constant ref of ref. All right, so it's deleting all this and putting in this. Only process references have task ID, but are missing other details. Constant refs to process. Active references dot filter. So we're getting the active references, and it's going to filter them. I don't know. I think any reference it has, probably going to have a task name. It should. You shouldn't have a task ID without a task name, but I'm more concerned about having a task ID, which is true. But how would we ever process references that have a task ID but are missing other details? If refs to process.length is greater than 0, going to do some logging, process reference in batches to avoid overwhelming the API. This is just so that we're not getting constant things. Batch size equals 3. That's cool. I didn't even know it was doing it. Was that even doing it before? If ref. Okay, so ref build reference from task ID. Argument of type string undefined is not assignable to parameter of type string. I think the only problem is that it's going to have to change the type declaration. I think it just needs to define this, and I'm not sure how it does it. Is it a question mark or something where it allows this to not be it stops it from being undefined? I have a feeling it's something like that, but my TypeScript is really not great. I've been learning too many languages in the last 7 months, to be honest. And I have not got them all down. I mean, TypeScript, this application introduced me to Go, got me going in TypeScript, which I had never really spent any time in. It got me, what am I doing? There's so many things I was doing that's new. Oh yeah, Git workflows, which is using, I don't know, its own like language, whatever. And then, I also am doing Docker, which is its own little language, right? I mean, you structure these Docker. I mean, I think they're using YAML, but YAML may be the structure, the code. It's kind of like doing C# in Unity. It's C#, yes, but it's Unity. So it's really the object model and language that Unity is. You're just using the C# syntax, but you have to know all of the object models and methods and stuff of Unity, which you could know C# for general programming in Visual Basic, like great, but you go into Unity, okay, you understand the syntax, but you don't know any of the objects you're working with or how it's doing anything it's doing. And that's all Unity language. So yeah, it's using C#, but its object model is a whole nother thing. So you might as well be learning a new language. So, and then of course I've been doing C# in Unity, which my C# knowledge has been .NET Framework from too far back. And then of course Mongo, which learning that, learning how to call stuff out of Mongo and Proto and Go and all these different things. So it's just so many languages, and knowing the object models and what I'm working with. Now this is TypeScript basic. I mean, there's some object model stuff like with ClickupLink, but a lot of the other stuff is just knowing TypeScript. If you know TypeScript and whatever its general languages are, you can do most of this. This is straightforward. And the object model is, the ClickUp stuff has got its own little, I have a file that holds most of the ClickUp calls and ClickUp stuff. But it's not like the primary thing, right? So I just don't know TypeScript. And I'm learning it, and AI is helping, but sometimes you got to take over for AI, and that's where things get a little weird, because I have to okay, hopefully I've learned enough. Generally, I do figure it out. I always figure it out. I have not yet not figured something out, except this, but that's only because I'm just working on it. All right. Did it fix it? I don't even know what it did. What did you do, man? Console log. Oh, it's doing a check against the task ID here to keep it from being stupid. It's doing this check, and that's probably just a TypeScript thing. You have to put this in to prove that you're not type safe. Yeah, that's all it did. It looks like that's all it did. It just put a check in for the task ID, which is really weird. It's just strange you have to do that. I mean, it's good that you should check. I don't know. It just feels like, isn't there a way to, I don't know. It feels weird. Maybe it's just me. Again, it's a thing I don't know, right? Accept it, man. Just accept it. Stop trying to make the world fit your narrow view. What did it do? Are you gonna like load up or what? Well, how long has it been? 37 minutes. I'm really gonna be trying to cut things off at an hour. So these are segmented, 1 hour little tidbits. Hopefully they're useful. What I'm probably gonna have to start doing is putting a statement at the end. Sorry, didn't get anything done here, but maybe next time. And then I'll go back and I'll look for those statements and I'll delete those streams. so that you're gonna get something useful out of it. Because I want my streams to be kind of have some substance. And even if I'm gonna do an hour, like if I do an hour and keep it, I can go through it, edit it, and turn it into something. But if it's longer than an hour, it's like, oh, I don't want to edit this. So if I can turn them into little bite-sized chunks, take an hour and turn it into a 10-minute chunk, which I may do. All right, so let's add. Well, really, what this should do is let me take this one. See, there's no. Oh, that's a peep. Oh, shoot. Huh. Do I have anything in my memory? No. It's not gonna work. Okay. I gotta go to ClickUp. I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Let's go to ClickUp. So take me here, and I'll just go pick a different one that's not. Days to fix. I didn't think this was one of those, to be honest. But apparently it is. Not creating task. Hold reference as orphan until safe. Anchor reference. Let's add a task on here. We're going to go, oops, nope. Go. Why can't I? I want you to allow me to add a task. Being jerky. I want a task here, not here. All right, fine. I'll add it here. I'll just drag it up. we'll go task. And the task is, what is the task? Click up anchor comment, or how about new click up anchor comment, not loading parent task. And we're going to go here and we're going to drag you into there. There we go. For whatever reason, I can't seem to, because if I click on this, it's going to take me into the task, which is stupid. See, I end up here. So I go copy. We're going to go here. I'm going to go click up. Oops. Click up. And it's going to build it. And no parent task. You can see it has the feature label and the child task, but it's not building the PBI task. So theoretically, I should be able to do that again. So let's go ahead and see. Let's close this guy up. And we're going back to provide comments. Can I break here now? Or do I have to let's go here. And can I swap without getting the break? It didn't break, I don't think. Oh, but it didn't break. It didn't break. There's no break at all. Okay. Now the question is, does anything break? Is my break working at all? Because like I said, braking on this has been nothing but hit or miss. Oh, there it goes. So it does fire. So something it didn't do was acknowledge that, oh no, now it's doing it constantly. I can't. Oh yeah, we're stuck. We're stuck in the old loopage. It's not going to let me out. What about here? Can I do it now? Nope, it's getting here. All right, so maybe that works. Because really what it should be doing is, so I have a task ID. It's going to show it to me. Maybe, kind of, sort of. All right, let's go to, do I have an immediate, is there an immediate window here? Some way I can look at this code? To be honest, I'm not a debug expert in the world of VS Code. I can understand about a lot more how it works in Visual Studio. But as you can see, this is not showing me anything. IntelliSense should be showing me this. At least it does in, of course, this is TypeScript also, so maybe TypeScript doesn't do that. But how do I know what this is? Is it document? This? Debug, task graph, tasks. Task graph builder, task references. I don't know what I'm doing. Closure, global, provide code. These are all things that are in here, right? So document. Provide code lens. Ref.taskName. So whatever ref is set to. Can I see ref at all? Oh, ref didn't run. Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe that's why I can't do this yet. We haven't actually gotten past this. It hasn't created it yet. I have to step to the next line. Now, can I see what ref is? Length 0. So we have no refs. How can we have no refs? I tell you how, because this didn't work. Wait, no, that has refs. Active references. All right, so that actually returns something. Okay, so active references. And now that's working for whatever bizarre reason. Okay, so If that is active references and it's got an ID, and I go down to this next line in active references filter, and there's no refs to process, right? It says there's no refs to process. We got the big fat hairy 0, which means there is no ref, task ID, and task name. Is that because this is not storing task name? Oh, it does have a task name. Well, what the heck? Is there a not? No. There's 3 refs with task names. Oh, task ID and not task name. So it's not going to do it. Why? If that's the only ref, that's the only condition, is that it has to have a not task name, that's not useful. What else we got in here? Let's expand these. I can probably maybe make this more useful. Because the things I want it to check for is like parent ID. Okay, so we got task ID. And if this is truly folder, great gurgly murgly. Come on, man, don't be a jerk. All right, so we got assignees. There's none. That's fine. Description, folder. Folder name, that's the parent item. Last updated, list ID. Folder, list is the parent of, okay, so we got the folder ID, we got the list ID. But what we don't have is the parent task ID. Why? Huh. Okay, so that's the problem. It didn't build it correctly in the first place. And it's only storing some stuff. There should be a parent task ID in here, or parent ID, or some other ID. Because, yeah. Clear orphaned references, keep references. Wait, is this one, what is the status on this one? Am I looking at a completed status? Oh yeah, I'm looking at completed status. Don't worry about that one. Let's go here. Alright, that one's in progress. Parent task ID, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, so there are times when I don't have child tasks. Oops. Parent task ID. Okay, so how, is there a way to know if it has children? Has child tasks or some other thing? Parent task name. If it has, oh yeah, but that wouldn't work either. How do I know if it is a parent task? Okay, it's kind of throwing me here. If I know it is a parent task, like it can't, like it only has a, yeah, I gotta see. I gotta ask. See if AI knows. Let's go ask ChatGPT just because why not? Why not? Is there a way to, like, now that I know, the thing I want to look at is active references. Document encoding, document. Active references. Okay, this is probably way easier to look at. I'm going to try this. See how smart this is. Okay, so I pulled this task information from ClickUp. I need to know the thing is, if I remember correctly, this guy, copy value. If I go to ClickUp, I'm running out of time. It's going to be a less than ideal. What? What do you mean there's no task? Oh, here it is. Here is the task you reference. It's like, no matches. Oh wait, there's this. I'm like, and that's a match, right? See, this is a child task. New ClickUp anchor comment not loading parent task. And then if I close this, that's under big bugs, right? Big bugs. See, and then I click on here. And then it's new ClickUp anchor comment not loading parent task. Yeah, see, it's not getting the parent. Why is it not getting the parent? Well, that's stupid, that's why. Because obviously it's got a parent. I need to know why it is showing a blank for parent task ID and this is a child task. Then ClickUp. Oops. I didn't keep my thing. No, what are you doing, man? Gotta put it back. I notice that enter doesn't work anymore here. You hit enter and it just puts a space. Line the character. In the ClickUp API, the field is usually just called parent, not parent task ID. Well, no, because it's right there. It says parent task ID. If you're mapping task, parent task ID equals task parent, but the parent field doesn't exist, you'll see undefined. task but moved visually under another task. Oh, ClickUp's UI, you can make something look like a subtask without actually linking it in the API data model. This happens if you use custom sorting grouping rather than true subtasks. Are you kidding me? ClickUp API bug or partial data from a list endpoint if you ClickUp API bug or partial data from a list endpoint if you pull tasks from list ID task without subtask equals true query param. Subtasks may come back as top level items with no parent field. Well, ClickUp API bug doesn't help me at all. If your ClickUp API call, see if you can hit the raw task endpoint for that specific task ID and inspect the JSON. Huh? How do we do that? There's no parent. It doesn't have parent. I'm looking right at it. It's parent task ID. Parent description, parent task name. There's no parent object. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're getting tasks from a list, make sure you request subtasks. If you're getting tasks from a list, make sure you request subtasks. Then in code, from your screenshot, my guess is you're pulling from list ID task. You didn't add. ClickUp is returning the subtask as a top level task in JSON, so parent is missing. If you want, I can write a ClickUp fetch function in Node.js that guarantees I think I have that, and I think what it might be doing is calling the wrong method. Okay, so if I go to my ClickUp, I have in here ClickUp. There's ClickUp fetches, but I guess it's one of these. ClickUp code lens tasks. Okay, so you see I have a bunch of, I think this is where it is. So we have these task ID open in ClickUp, and there's a bunch of other ones that have specific calls. If I'm looking at the right place, maybe I'm not. That's what happens when you haven't been looking at this stuff in a while. Get task. Oh, it's get task. All right, where's ClickUp service at? ClickUp. Oh, there it is. This is the one I want. Okay, so see, I said subtask true. So we got to get all. That's all. Get all lists. Get all list tasks. That's fine when I need that. But when I get a specific task, get task details. Is that the one it said? From your screenshot, my guess is you're pulling from list. You didn't add. What does it say? No, that's not it. So when I use task ID to fetch something, how many places do I have? Update task status, get task details. This is probably the one it's supposed to be using. Get all list tasks. I don't know where else I would be looking up by task. Create subtask. I don't want to create a subtask. Get task members. Get task members. People who have access to a task. Huh? What? Oh, people. Oh, never mind. Workspace members. Update task assignee. Members. That's the people who you're assigning to them. That's really it. Space details, task, get task, task ID, that's subtasks. I'm not going down, I'm trying to go up. So here is the issue. I need to build the parent structure. Task ID. With just task ID. I am using this. Oh, dang it. That is not what I copied. Uh-oh. Somebody's cooking goodies upstairs. I can smell it. Something yummy. Yeah, that or lighting one of those stupid candles. You know which ones I talk about. Those of you vicious, evil people who buy candles that smell like cake and cookies. Oh, you know what? It's probably cake. My son's birthday party is tomorrow. My wife's probably making his cake. I bet you that's what it is. So, but you should not buy candles that smell like that. You are an evil person if you do that. Stop it. Stop torturing your family and friends. It's just not right. You're one of those people who are like, well, I love the smell, but I don't want to eat it, so I'm just gonna make the smell in the house. That's just wrong. That's just wrong in so many ways. Okay. Let's see. What was I? So if it is a subtask, I need it to show that it is show me the parent. So include it in build. List along with the parent list and parent blah blah blah. So, is there a limit on how many subtasks you can have? I guess I never knew if there was. Oh, what is this? What's going on here? Oh. So if I go here, where was I? Oh, big bugs. And you can add a task. But why can't I add a task here? What is the problem? Oh, I gotta add the task here. All right, so let's try something else. I did create this, like it said, and dragged it in. New ClickUp anchor comment, not loading parent task. Oh, let's add this. And then okay, so there's not a limit there. Okay, so we're gonna go task, direct create ClickUp anchor comment. And we're going to go click on this again. I'm going to go like this. Then I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to put this in instead. Oh, do I have a... Probably gotta go into my code in F5. Aha, look, I got one. That is the problem, folks. Apparently, here's your news for the day. Apparently, what is going on here? I'm trying to show these details. Oh, it's totally not showing me everything. Oh, maybe because it hasn't loaded it yet. Is it thinking about it? It's probably thinking about it. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, it was loading it. All right, so we go back in here. All right, so now we still don't work. It still didn't build it with a parent. All right, so that's not the problem. I thought that was the problem. But it did not create the parent task. Of course, that's assuming I'm calling it correctly, but that's at 106, guys. I'm going to try to cut this off, so that wasn't the problem. I thought maybe it was the direct problem, but you can see I'm still getting parent task description, parent task ID, and parent task name are all still blank, even though this is very much a child task. So yeah, we're not quite fetching everything, and it could be that the way it's fetching, and I'll try to figure that out in the next session. Till then, God bless.